Thanks for tuning into this video. If this is your first time visiting this channel is all about bringing you the latest hairstyles on all different hair types. So if you watch this video and you like what you see, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Also, follow the Barber Style Directory on Instagram, and you can follow me on Instagram as well at Thomas Cutit. That's at ThomasCutit. But let's get into the video. So originally, I started out with the number 2 guard to cut his hair down, but he has a very thick texture of hair, so I went down with the 1.5 guard. And I didn't want to cut it too low because he's trying to get his waves back, and as you can see, the pattern is already there. It doesn't take his hair long to wave up at all. And another reason I started with the 2 instead of the 1.5, you want to make sure that there aren't any unexpected swirls in the hair, since he's been wearing his hair long for a minute. As you can see, I'm staying away from the crown right now, just because I want to cut that last. Since his hair has been long for so long, I just want to make sure I comb it and be sure that I'm not cutting in the wrong direction. Okay, so now I saved the crown for last, and all you have to do is just take your time, comb the hair first before you cut it. That way you're 100% sure which way the direction of the hair grows. Next, we're going to make our bald guideline, and we're going to do this around the entire head. Here I've already made my first guideline, so I'm just going to start with the lever fully closed, and I'm going to gradually blend up until I get to the top of that guideline. So I'm going to slowly open the lever. And once you open the lever about 2 times, you should have that bottom part fully blended out. And be careful not to go above that line. If you go above that line, then you have to raise your fade, and that's not what you want to do. Next, we have on the number 1 guard with the lever fully open. Now the steps with the 1 guard, and if you've been following this channel for a long time, you know these steps. The steps with the 1 guard: lever open, lever closed, and then lever halfway. So now the lever is closed. And now it's halfway. As you can see, he has really thick, dense hair. So that's why it's going to take me a couple of more passes than it normally would to fade his hair. With certain textures, you'll have to make more passes with the clipper. Next, we have on the half guard, and the lever is halfway. So the steps with the half guard is the lever halfway open, then closed. And you're going up under the number 1 guard. So be careful not to go too high with this guard, because you don't want to blend up into the 1 guard. You're blending in levels. So right here I have on the number 1.5 guard, and the lever is fully open. I cut the top down with the 1.5 fully closed. so it should almost blend into the top. And here I have the lever closed. And you can start to see the gradiency forming in this fade. Now, as you can probably already tell, I'm going to have to go back with the 1 guard to do some more blending. Okay, here I am back with the 1 guard, and I'm just gonna open and close the lever as needed. You always wanna start out with the lever open because my golden rule is you can take hair off, but you can never put it back on. So once it's off the scalp, that's it. So start with the lever open, that way you take off as little hair as possible first, and then gradually close the lever if you need to take off more hair. I used the Andes guard right here just because the 1 guard wasn't blending how I wanted it to. Okay, now we're just gonna trim the beard up a little bit. He didn't want too much off of it, but I just wanted to clean it up for him. And a lot of times when lining up a mustache, the hair can get over curly, so I'm just trimming it down just a little bit. You want to make sure that the trimmers aren't set too sharp because you don't want to cause irritation, especially up under the neck. Here I'm just applying some holding spray, and I'm going to brush it in. This will just help lay the hair down a little bit more. And then here we're just going to proceed on with the lineup. So he's pretty much an every week guy, so his lineup doesn't even look like it's grown in that much just because he likes to keep his haircut crispy, but you'll still see. We're just going to touch it up just to make it a little bit more crispy. So the thing about cutting someone every week, you have to make sure that you leave the line where it is. Not much hair will grow back, but you don't want to take off too much hair. Let me know what you guys think of this cut in the comments. And then here we're just adding the finishing touches with the razor. So once again, he has really thick hair, so I used a hot towel just to soften the hair and then open the pores on the skin. That way the razor will be easier to glide across the skin, especially without causing any irritation. It was kind of hard for me to get this angle, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to do. And this is just to get those little extra prickly hairs that were sticking up. If you guys have tuned in so far, I want to thank you all for watching this video all the way to the end, and I will see you all in the next video.